Oh, you already know what it is. It's your boy Phantom, aka the Black Wolf. Yo, y'all know I've been on the roll lately calling out these women of color, right? Including these biracials out here. But shout out to Black Man about him calling out Sapphire, talk about which of the Wicked West is the enemy. And even just Sapphire and Charlene that we gotta look out for, bro. We gotta look out for Americanized Sue Kim and Lin and Maria. Everybody, we gotta look out for everybody. Everybody's the enemy, as far as I'm concerned, in the States. Not every individual. There's some good individuals out here. If you lucky enough to find them, because you gotta do a lot of vetting and shit. Just because you getting chose don't mean shit. You can get chose based on any other reasons. That don't mean shit. You still gotta make sure you're compatible with somebody. But this whole high mind shit is real, man. A lot of brothers are not lying when they talk about the high mind of a lot of these bimbos out here. It's literally everybody. It's every bitch in the States. What I noticed that they will support each other. Most of them will support each other even though somebody's wrong. They don't give a damn, bro. They gender first. I'm seeing a lot of women of color coming out the root work, putting on the cape for the so-called beat up. I'm not saying there ain't no Marias out here doing that. Honestly, from my perspective, I don't really see it like that. I'm starting to see some of these westernized United States Asian women out here starting to put on the cape for the so-called beat up. Has anybody noticed that? Some of them are putting on the cape for the beat up. And I'm like, why is they jumping into this shit? Why? What's the point of this? Like, why? You ain't even part of this fight, so why even jump in? Some of them are just anti-blackmail because it's not just about them caping for the strags. They also got a lot to say about the passport bros. You notice that a lot of these westernized Asian women, they got something to say about the passport bros. And really, most of that is aimed at the brothers, right? But I gotta give a shout out to Edward. I mentioned that to him, and he was talking about how if they're so invested in talking about black men so much, then one, it's because they with a black dude, or they smashing on a black dude on the low, or a black dude did her dirty. And I'm willing to say some of these brothers out here did Ling dirty. Cause that Kimchi Karen chick, y'all remember that Kimchi Karen chick? She came out of the wood, start taking shots at passport bros, really the brothers out here. She started really going in on brothers. And it got to the point where it was too damn personal. And I'm like, someone must have hurt her. A brother must have hurt her. I don't know who was it, Tyrone, Daquan. Somebody heard that chick. They said that her baby daddy is like Dominican. But she's trying to paint that as black. She's trying to pin that with the brothers. Nah, that's a different type of black. I don't even think Dominicans are black. They're a mixed ancestry. For the most part, they're Latino, Hispanic. Some people try to argue, say, hey, they got black ancestry. Okay, but they got European ancestry as well. Spanish Spanish ancestry and indigenous ancestry as well. So we're not going to play this game when we want to say they're black when it's convenient. Black people do that shit too. People want to say, oh, they're people of color when it's convenient. Black people want to say somebody's black when it's convenient. And even if you want to say that they black, it's like it's not the same black. That's not African black, Caribbean black. It's not even foundational black American black. So you can't pin that with us. Two different things. But there was a younger Asian chick who came out and said something about the passport bros, and she didn't know what she was talking about. Then this current chick out here, I'm not talking about the one who looked like a lesbian, another chick. She came out last year or somewhere around the beginning of this year. I recognized her before. She says she was mocking the passport bros and the women that they was going for. But now she's coming doing these personal attacks and stuff. And she was saying a whole bunch of nonsense that she don't even know what she's talking about. She's talking about how women don't want to deal with dudes like us, especially the successful women down there. And little does she know, nobody's dealing with them. No one's dealing with the successful women in China. It's the same. It's damn near the same thing that's going on here in the States with some of these chicks. They getting this education. Dudes don't want to mess with them because they don't know that damn place. Dude, they're single as hell. It's a huge single rate in China. And those so-called successful women, nobody's messing with them. The local guys don't want to mess with them. They're messing with younger chicks. It's just a whole lot of cap. And what I'm starting to notice and hate, and it's really starting to make me feel some type of way, is how some of these chicks out here are adapting to Keisha culture. We already know how some of these chicas out here, we already know how some of them act. They get called latasicas by their own dudes. Their own dudes are calling them out. Our brown brothers are calling them out. They starting to be more vocal on that shit. That toxicity of some of those chicks. But Ling out here, she adapted to Ling Keisha culture. She trying to do this whole Ling Keisha culture. Kim Sue Keisha culture that I'm not necessarily feeling. And it is all on TikTok. It's all on Instagram, man. It's mainly on those two social media programs. They're adopting to hip hop culture, like the negative, stereotypical hip hop culture, Keisha culture. And they think that's cute when it's really not cute. I seen a video on Instagram. I don't know if she's a single mother, but she's from Canada. She got a Blasian boy, and she was doing his hair wide. She had Tupac in the background, Dear Mama. Queen Mama. Even though he was a dope fiend, Mama, he still like Queen Mama. Some of them adopted to that shit, got on century bullshit in the black community. And I'm not feeling it, and I think we need to put a stop to that, put a nip to that shit. Cause ain't no way if I get with somebody outside of the black diaspora, they thinking that it's sweet. They think we're gonna move just like the gynocracy in the so-called community. Nah, that ain't how it's gonna happen. And I called this out on a few videos ago, is that a lot of these women of color, right? And I'm especially knowing this with some of these westernized Asian women, is that when you call out the culture, black culture, the negative parts of black culture, they feel some type of way about it. Why? because they low-key are identifying with that. It's kind of like the Asian guys, how a lot of them are adopting the black culture, hip-hop culture, to find their masculinity, a masculine identity. It's kind of like that on the reverse, is that these women, they're adapting to the hip-hop culture, right, and the Keisha culture, to find that independent identity, that strong independent identity. Because a lot of them, there's this thing about some of them, they're trying to get away from this whole quote-unquote stereotype about them being docile and submissive, even though that's like a quality that all men would want in a woman, regardless of her race or ethnicity or her background. I do think Asian women, especially in the West, I do think they're a little bit arrogant. It's like, get over yourself. It's not even an Asian woman thing. Like, what the hell are you talking about here? Like, some of you guys got inflated egos. And I get it. A part of me get it, because you considered the most considered keyword. So it comes with a lot of y'all gonna start feeling yourself. A lot of y'all gonna start feeling yourself because of that. Which it is what it is. That can happen to anybody. Well, how will you not feel yourself? Even if it's just a little bit, but at the same time, we gotta make sure we humble ourselves. I'm just not feeling this shit. Let me know what you guys think, because this whole thing about them wanna take these little shots at brothers out here, especially at the Passport Bros. They ain't got shit to say about Brad, Passport Brad. These guys are going down there in Asia and cleaning the house. As a matter of fact, Asia is considered their playground. It's considered the quote-unquote white man's playground. What the hell are y'all talking about? Y'all should have been had something to say about this shit for years ago. As a matter of fact, Brad doesn't even have to go to the Philippines, Thailand, any of these other countries. He can just go to Chinatown and clean house. Koreatown, Little Tokyo, and clean house. I don't heard the stories. So I'm not really taking what they say serious. You know, I think it's some bullshit. I'm not taking them thinking they can call out black men when they let these white boys run through them. They let them run through them all the time, bro. What are we talking about here? They ain't got nothing to say about that. They ain't got nothing to say about being a white man's whore, but they got everything to say about a brother going overseas to like Southeast Asia or somewhere. And they're not just even going to Southeast Asia. They're going to South America. Some of them going to Africa. Some of them going to Europe, whether on the West Europe or East Europe. Brothers are everywhere. I don't get this whole narrative about these guys just specifically going to like Thailand, the Philippines. Brothers are going everywhere. This is just trash, man. This whole gender war shit is trash, and I really think it's fucked up. It's fucked up the passport, bro. It's too much goofy shit going on. This is why I'm not calling myself a passport bro. I'm gonna call myself a traveler, or at best like a blue blood gentleman. The blue blood gentleman ain't really got a stigma on it. It's new. And I gotta give a shout out to Yes Yanez for creating that thing, because he saw that shit coming a mile away. He doesn't really get more credit than he deserves. Yes Yanez, y'all need to start watching his videos, support his content. But this is it. I'm out.